All right, Shalom. I want to start off this video by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahawashi, Bahashim Rakakodash, double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone, which are the men that rule well, men who taught us his truth, peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. Lord willing, the title of this lesson will be Our Faith Makes Us Perfect. All right, just real quick, I don't even have a lot of scriptures, just basically was inspired by James 2, James, the second chapter, where it speaks about how Abraham was made perfect, and I'm going to read it. Salakia. Now, what do I mean by our faith makes us perfect? Now, one thing that we do know, like the scriptures say in James 2, I'm going to get it actually. James 2 and 17, it says, even so, faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone, right? So if you have faith, you're going to show it forth by your works. All right. If you're showing forth your works, that's how you show your faith. All right. But you have to have the faith first. You have to believe, and that motivates you to move. Right. Now, the reason why I was inspired by James 2 is because the same walk that Abraham had, all right, in the book of Genesis is the same walk that we have today. All right. It's the exact same thing. It's mirroring, all right, what we're doing now in faith, man, and through the Spirit, in a spiritual way, you know. Because Abraham was still a son of God. He was from the lineage, that chosen lineage. And he had to journey back to the physical land of what is now Israel. All right. And what? We're walking like that today, but in the spirit. For us to get to the promised land, it's a spiritual thing, though. You know, we are going to be in the physical land as well, though. But nonetheless, not to go too deep, our faith makes us perfect. Now, what do I mean by perfect? Because our works are not perfect. Only Yahawashi's works and walk was perfect, right? Only he was blameless to be able to be that sacrifice, right? Well, when you go into that word perfect in James 2:22, all right, it's the Greek word. James 2:22, it says, I'm not even going to attempt to say this. Teleo, I don't know, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but it says to make perfect, complete. Since it has that word, let's look up the word on Edom Online, because perfect to the Lord, all right, our perfection to the Lord is our faith, right? Our faith in Yahawashi, which is our justification. It says flawless, ideal, you know, complete, full, finished, lacking in no way, finished, complete, ready, right? So complete. What makes us complete, what makes us whole is faith in Yahawashi. You see? So let me get that. Romans 3:20. Therefore, by the deeds of the law, there shall no flesh be justified in his sight. For by the law is the knowledge of sin. Right? So by the deeds of the law, basically completing the law, statutes, and commandments, or trying to, is not justification on the side of the Lord. He's not accepting that. Because for one, we're not going to be able to do it anyway, even if we wanted to. But now the righteousness of the Most High without the law is manifested, which manifest means to reveal. So now, righteousness of Yahweh Shem Yahawashi without the law, statutes, and commandments is revealed, being witnessed by the law and the prophets, right? Which is witnessed by the law and the prophets. Well, when you read the scriptures, you see they bear witness of Yahawashi. Okay, that's how, you know, because it's going to tell you what that new righteousness is. Even the righteousness of the Most High, which is by faith of Yahawashi Mashiach, the anointed Yahawashi, unto all and upon all them that believe, obviously within Israel, for there is no difference. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High, right? There's not one person, not one Israelite without sin besides Yahawashi. Okay, he's the only one. Salakia. Hiccuped a little bit, but basically, we all have sin. So how are we complete? How are we, whole? How? Faith in Yahawashi. I just read it. That's what makes us perfect. Our faith. I should have titled it Our Faith. I'm going to title it Our Faith in Yahawashi makes us perfect. That makes us whole. That's why when you read Malachi 4, it speaks about the Son of Righteousness coming with healing in his wings. Because he's going to make us whole. Right now, our spirit, all right, is being made whole. But what? When he actually comes back, all right, our spirits will actually be, will be in clean flesh, because right now we are in unclean flesh. But our conscience is not defiled. You see, which our knowledge of our spirit, basically. You see? So I'm going to get James 2:22. Seest thou how faith wrought with his works, and by works was faith made perfect? Yeah, meaning this is talking about Abraham. Okay? Seest thou, and I'm going to read it in the NLT now, just to simplify it. James 2:22. You see his faith. Now, let me see. I'll start at 21. Don't you remember that our ancestor Abraham was shown to be right with Yahweh, Bahashem Yahawashi, by his actions when he offered his son Isaac on the altar? Now, you have to look at the spiritual aspect of what he was doing, because that's why you hear a lot of atheists and Edomites and these nations. They'll scoff at this. They'll be like, why if God is love and things like that, why did he tell him to kill his son? Why would he tell him to kill his own son? But you're not looking at it with the spiritual eye. You see, that's a stumbling block even to the people of our nation that scoff at that. They're like, why would God tell Abraham to kill his son and things like that? But you don't see what Abraham was displaying within that hard work. Within that work, that it was very hard for him to even stomach himself to do. You know, when you really put yourself in his shoes, you know, that's how much faith he had in the Most High. He really believed in him. You see, and that's the unmovable faith that we're supposed to have, which we do have it through the Spirit, man. Right? It says, don't you remember that our ancestor Abraham, our ancestor, he's our forefather, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native, and Seminole Indians, because we are the true Hebrew Israelites. Just got to throw that out there just to hurt somebody's feelings. You scoffers and Edomites that watch, right? That our ancestor Abraham was shown to be right with Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashi by his actions when he offered his son Isaac on the altar, right? Now you might think to yourself, but he's doing something wrong. How could that be right? Because what made him right in that act and following through with that act was that his faith. You see? He had faith. He believed in the Most High. He feared him so much that he still did what he told him to do, even though it was against something that he wanted. He put his emotions to the side. You see? It says, you see his faith and his actions worked together. His actions made his faith complete. How did it make his faith complete? Because for one, he believed, but when he actually went through with the works, obviously he didn't actually sacrifice Isaac in the end. There was actually an animal given to him. You got to read the story for yourself, but there was actually, forgot if it was a ram. I don't remember exactly. I haven't read it myself in a while, but the angel stopped him from actually, sacrificing Isaac, and then there was an animal given to him in the thicket. I remember that word thicket, though, in the story, and he sacrificed the animal instead, right? But you see, his actions worked together. His actions made his faith complete. Yeah, so his action of actually trying to follow through with the sacrificing Isaac worked together with his faith to make his faith complete, which made him whole to the Lord. You see? Let me see. Yeah, I already read James. When you read up there, that's why up above, that's why it was given an example. I should have started with that. Ended it with this, but James 2:17 in the NLT. So you see, faith by itself isn't enough, right? It's not enough to the Lord to just say you have faith. That's why the scriptures even say, my people, they worship him with their mouth, man, and with their lips do honor him. Because there's even amongst Israel that do that. They say all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahshua, but don't do nothing about it. Don't show forth that they believe in the Lord. It says, unless it produces good deeds, it is dead and useless, right? Unless it produces, you can't say you have faith, but then you're still doing wickedness or doing evil or just, being a slothful stone, because even that is wrong, right? You have to show forth, you have to be useful. The scriptures speak about the slothful stone. It says, unless it produces good deeds, it is dead and useless, right? Your faith needs to make you do good works, or else it's useless. You see? That's what made Abraham perfect, though. What made him whole, what made him complete. His faith moved him to do good. If he didn't have faith, he would have never left his father's land. All right? He would have never left his house. But what? He had the faith, and he moved forth. And many things, and different things happened to him that we know of, that was recorded down, that we know of, But nonetheless, our faith, right, when you look at it, when you apply it to yourself, our faith is made perfect. How? Through our works, man. Our faith in Yahawashi makes us perfect, makes us whole, makes us complete. because it moves us to do the right thing. Hence, it justifies us. All right, that's all I wanted to bring out, though. You know, all praise to Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Bashem, Makakodash, Demoners, to my elders and my apostles of Great Millstone, which are the men that rule well. Men who taught us his truth, peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect, man. And keep in mind, man, our faith in Yahawashi makes us perfect. It makes us complete, right? Because what? We believe, and it moves us to do right in the sight of the Lord. That's what justifies us. All right? So, shalom.